Tributes have been pouring in from across the southeast for Sir Terry Wogan, one of Britain's best-loved television and radio stars, who died yesterday at the age of 77. Sir Terry's warm voice, along with his dry wit, were loved by millions of people for decades. And our reporter Natalie Graham's in Uckfield. It's a town which Sir Terry featured heavily in his breakfast show, isn't it?
It is, Pauline. One Uckfield resident who was very familiar to anyone who listened to Wake Up to Wogan is John Marsh. And John, you were a newsreader on the show. You became the famous John as in Janet and John and the legendary comedy act that was.
Well, I was lucky to be born with the right name, or christened with the right name, I think. That and the ability to wheeze a lot. And that was my contribution to the Janet and John stories, really. They started and raised a huge amount of money. They got more and more risque as they went on. But the great thing was that if you didn't understand the double entendres, it was fine. Like children, they weren't offended. They didn't ask awkward questions of their parents, so we got away with it. Terry's the only person that could have got away with reading stuff like that out.
But needless to say, this is a very sad time for you, obviously.
Yeah, it's a sad time. Yesterday we didn't hear the news until about lunchtime. And then as the day went on, I found it got sadder and sadder. And I don't really know why, because, of course, everything on the television and the radio was in praise of Terry, and quite rightly too. But this morning I woke up feeling a bit sad again, and then I turned the radio on, Uckfield FM, and they were playing a clip of the Janet and John story, and it actually gave me a lift. And that's what must have happened to all the millions, 9 million people or whatever, that listened to it when it went out the first time. And that's a great thing to have been part of.
Thank you very much, John. And yes, Uckfield FM managed to get itself mentioned several times on Terry's Breakfast Show with a little bit of help from John.
Thanks, Natalie. And you can see our tribute to Sir Terry on our Facebook page, where you can leave your comments and memories. We'll read some of them out in our programme at 6:30.